guys, just wanted to talk about the Cubic Mini Grizzly fireplace here. I believe it's because of the way I vented the chimney for this thing, because occasionally, especially on windy days, I will get the wind blowing down my pipe, and then it'll actually blow some smoke into the tiny house from outside. So the air's going down, and it goes down a T. There's a T there, so it can't go any further. So it goes back up and then goes this way into the tiny house and then down, and knocks some smoke into the tiny house, especially on the windy days. Not good. Never good. So one way I can stop that from happening is add another section of pipe on the outside. Or what I was thinking about doing is possibly there's the T and there's a cap on the bottom for you can take it off for cleaning. I was gonna think about taking that bottom cap off and leaving it off, but then again I don't want to run into issues like this fireplace here, where some type of hornet got in and made a nest and is blocking an air intake inside of there or something. There's something going on inside that stove. I still got to take it apart and investigate. It's working, but not very well. It's burning sooty, so it's not good. Not as bad as it was, so I may have knocked out, when I cleaned it, whatever was in one part of it, but I still got to do the other part by taking it apart. Nasty. That's going to be nasty, guys, because I don't know if I'll be able to get these pieces back together again, and not good, because that would just bring fresh air in. Because inside that pipe there's a smaller pipe going up the center and out, and around the pipe, which is this pipe, is just it's an air cavity all the way around that other pipe. We hope. If something crawled in and made a nest, then issues. Then it's partially blocked. So I have to take all that apart, and it's probably going to wreck some stuff. These pipes, I don't know if I can get them back on once they're off. That's the big issue. So for now, Cubic Mini's okay. I'm going to think about what I want to do. If the wind situation continues to be a pain in my butt, then I will obviously just stick another extension on outside, and that'll solve that, because right now we're kind of flush with the flat roof line. So I'm guessing when the wind goes across the flat roof and gets to the edge, it wants to push down inside my stove and back and go wherever it wants. So if I add one more extension, it should solve the issue. Unfortunately, then it'll be sticking up past the roof line. But then again, tiny house isn't going anywhere, and who cares, right? Unless, and if I do have to move the tiny house, guys, at one point in the future, all I gotta do is twist the pipes apart, throw them inside the tiny house, good to go for travel. That's it. Nothing crazy to do. And propane on the back, obviously, I gotta take that off. And by that point, obviously my solar panels back here will have been changed to the flat ones, so I will have no issues there. So it'll be pretty much, it's safe. I do have to get it safety though if I do want it moved, and I do have insurance for it, but I haven't safetied it, because what's the point? It's not going anywhere. And that's pretty expensive to keep doing that. So there you go, guys. Fire's roaring, doing nicely. I watched Cubic Mini's video on how to light this thing, and I don't know. I think it's because of the way my stack is that I didn't go vertical. because the way they do it works fine, I guess, on their video, but when I do that, on the first startup, I got smoke pouring in this tiny house like crazy, and I got to leave the door open for a while before it even gets going. So I think I figured out my own way of doing it, and I'm going to stick with that. Way less smoke, and it's working fine. The best way to light this thing is put 1 scoop of pellets in, that I found personally, wood pellets in. Put a little bit of alcohol on it, on top of the wood pellets, and then build your fire on top of that. Little sticks, little pieces of wood, bigger stuff, and then after an hour, that main starter will burn down to the coals, and then you throw in some large stuff, like I did here, and it just goes to town after that. Way less issues with smoke and what have you. So I'm loving this thing, and thank God I got it, because we would have been down. Like, I can still use this stove, but it just keeps sooting up, and it's not good. It's just the way it is. So there you go, guys. A little update on that.